She co-stars with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and HBO's Ballers. He's got a longer reach than she does, but she's just as happy with that third season pickup. Jazmyn Simon is back at our house. Selfie or no selfie, you know. Boom, you're right there.
My phone is dead, so I can't.
No.
Don't worry, we have a charger.
Right?
We have plenty of chargers.
Where's
here.
the sound cart to charge my cell phone?
So you say, I mean, The Rock is awesome, by the way.
Amazing.
He's amazing. And besides teaching you how to take a really great selfie, you say he's a mentor to you. What does he
He is a mentor. I mean, Dwayne has such a brilliant story. In the 90s, he was down to $7 in his pocket, and he was determined that as broke as he was that day, he was never going to be that broke again. And he has worked since 1995 or 96 to get to the point where he is today. And so he has a story of resilience and determination and focus, and he is literally one of the most hardworking people I've ever met in my entire life. He'll come from the Golden Globes or the Oscars, catch a flight, land at 7 a.m. and be at work at 8 a.m. from like West Coast to East Coast. I mean, he really is a machine.
So he stays in hair and makeup the entire time.
Right. Well, when you look like that, you don't need
there you go. Luckily, you know, he doesn't have much hair, and his barber, Rachel, just buzzes him real quick, and he's out the door.
I saw that long reach of that arm.
Did you
in that
see?
picture.
Yeah.
No, and in that picture, we were at a table read at HBO, and I was like, let's take our pictures. Let's make all the ladies jealous on my Instagram. And he said, you know what, let me. And he took it. He was like, your arm's not long enough.
Well, there seems to be some great debate behind who actually takes more selfies. So we have a little clip that may explain a little bit more. Take a look.
Which cast member is most likely to be caught taking a selfie?
Dwayne Johnson. Oh.
Jazmyn.
Listen, Dwayne is a selfie king.
Dwayne is always photo ready.
He has those really long arms, and he's like...
Yeah, he seems to think it's you.
He seems to think it's me. We seem to think it's him.
Right.
So, you know, I'll do it. I'll take a tie. I'll take a tie.
Well, watching that clip and also watching the show, I'm a big fan of the show.
Thank you.
You're the only girl on this show. What is it like to be on such a heavy, male-driven show?
You know, sometimes I forget because it's like family, and then I watch the show. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm like in a sea of handsome, brilliant, talented men. It really is amazing. It's like a family. We shoot in Miami, so we're all there away from our family. So we've made each other our extended families. And so when I look at them, it's just like brothers.
But I was going to say, I bet they're so protective of you.
They are protective of me, and I'm protective of them, really. I'm like, who's that girl? I don't think so. You know, I'm very much I am. I'm like, you got to run it by me, you know.
Well,
so it's a mutual protection going on.
We have a great clip of you on the show with your husband on the show, Omar Bunsen Miller.
Yes.
He's kind of picking up a lot of the childcare duties because you were headed back to work.
Dr. Green had to go to work. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
All right, I gotta take the minivan today. I'm gonna pick up a big plant for Kiki's room after work, help boost the oxygen levels.
I wonder why Keys is so popular with babies. They got nowhere to be.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just been up all night thinking about this whole right tackle thing.
That's a tough switch, but you never shied away from a challenge.
Blocking Chandler Jones is a challenge. This is like asking a lefty to throw righty, huh? It's like when you play left tackle, your dominant side is your right arm and your right leg. But when you're on the right tackle, it's a whole other way around. You got different hand placement. We got different footwork. You got to get out in front of the run. It's a lot more hitting.
I'm sorry, baby. I promise you I'm listening, but you look so damn cute right now, and I'm late for work. Whoop. Wrong one.
That's a good baby.
They're a set of twins that we use, and they are gorgeous. And it's so funny because she cried in like every other take beside that one. So she's a really good actress. She's tricking you. Babies are so unpredictable. It's like the weather. You just never know.
Well, listen, let's get personal for a second because we're opening up a little bit of your personal life here. The guys on the set said, look, we're going to treat you like our sister.
Yep.
Except for one.
Except for one.
Except for one who said, I don't play that way.
Yes, it's so funny. You're speaking of the love of my life, Dule. Yes, I'm so madly in love with him, and we did meet There we
Yeah.
are. That's the
Big,
opening of
beautiful
Eclipse in New York. Yes.
So, but he said no. This whole thing of me being a friend.
No, it's so funny because I met Dule at lunch. So I was supposed to be in Miami for 2 days to shoot the Ballers premiere, the pilot. And my 2 days turned into 2 weeks because I was at the end of the second day and my scene got bumped. And when it gets bumped, it goes to the end of the schedule.
Oh my God.
So I packed 2 days worth of clothes
boy.
and I was there for 2 weeks. And one day I was so bored towards the end of the 2 weeks. And I went to lunch. I called and I said, can someone pick me up for lunch on set? So they come and pick me up. And Dule had just traveled in for that one day because he was doing a play on Broadway called After Midnight.
Right.
So he was only off on this Monday. And so he came and I went to set and I saw him, it was just me and him at the end of the table. And I was like, oh, I know you, you're Dule. And I went and we exchanged numbers and the rest is history. But the funny part of this story is about 7 or 8 months after, maybe a year after that, we were at this party and I was like, I'm surrounded by all of my brothers. I love you guys. And he was like, I'm not your brother. And I was
Is
like,
that when he asked you out?
I mean, he had been trying for all those months, but he just wanted to make it very clear. He was like, I'm not your brother. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
you're going to be my boyfriend, aren't you? And so, yeah.
What did the rest of the guys on the set think? Because they're so protective of you.
You know what? They are so protective of me, but they all adore Dule. Like, Dule is a guy's guy. He's just a stand-up individual, so it's hard not to love him. And so, honestly, about 6 or 7 months into him pursuing me, Donovan Carter, you guys had him here on the show, he was like,
Yeah.
please give Dule a shot. Like, just give Dule a shot. And so they're all for it. They love him. And our relationship hasn't changed, so they don't mind.
But you played hard to get, it sounds like.
I did, it was my first series. So I was like, that is a bad precedent to set that I date the first guy I meet at lunch on my first series. And so he worked for it. And he told me, I'm very patient. And I was like, all right, crazy man.
So this sort
and
of
he was. And he was
this
he was
vow to
amazing.
keep professional distance sort of ended in a hashtag epic failure. For
Epic
you.
fail. Friend zone fail. Friend zone fail. Yes.
I
Best
understand.
decision I've ever made.
Right, I love that
I
you said
know.
that. That's true. Everybody loves love.
Best decision I ever made.
I understand that you wrote a list of things that you were like, this is.
I did write a list before knowing him. I mean, like most ladies, I had bad relationships. And at the end of one relationship, I was just like, okay, I got to be clear with God what I want because this is not what I want. And so I made a list of 10 or 12 things that were really important to me, not wants, but needs, things that I needed from a partner. And Dule is literally everything on that list. The first thing was has a relationship with Jesus. All right, that was the first thing. He does. The second one was love me. He does. The third one, I think, was makes me laugh. I don't know, very smart. But nevertheless, everything on my list, he was. And it took me time to realize that everything that I wanted was like right there.
Was it also on your list, really great actor in West Wing,
No,
et cetera?
I know, but he is a phenomenal actor, one of the best I've ever.
Had you seen any of his work?
So listen, I am too young for the West Wing era, I'm just gonna admit. So I never watched the West Wing. And everybody's like, are you insane?
That.
I
How could you
didn't.
not have seen
And so, or Psych.
I have a solution. Okay, I'm gonna work with me. I'll work with you, right? You have not seen his work on them.
I saw the first episode he was in, which was the third
All
episode
right,
of the
I've
first
got something
season.
for you. Where do we have it? Bring it in over here. Come on. We have starting a DVD collection of the West Wing. You can catch up on all of his brilliant acting work. Wonderful.
And you can catch up on Jazmyn's brilliant work on HBO's Ballers. Sunday night at 10. It is a great show. Jazmyn, thank you so much for
Thank you
spending
for
time
coming
with
by,
us.
honey. When we come back, we're playing a green edition of Password.